Hey guys and girls, welcome back to another exciting episode of All About You. In today's segment, I will present to you a match between myself and Katie. It will be a Golden Frieza versus Broly match, which is a really cool classic because, as we saw in the movie, Frieza killed Broly's father and Broly ended up stomping out Frieza. So now we get to see a nice match between the two decks. I do want to again give a nice thank you to DP and Charles. You guys know who you are. Thank you so much. DP ended up sending me a gift and I wanted to share it with you all before we start the match. So it says, in DBS Beerus, a god had to call on Shenron himself to learn about Super Saiyan God. This proved that even the strongest gods need the wisdom of the internal dragon. Keep your Shenron close in. And that's what DP wrote. So I don't know if you guys can see it, but I really appreciate it. And we're gonna do the unwrapping. And we're gonna take a look at the gift. As you guys can see, it's really nice. It's well wrapped, and it's something for my dad. This is how it looks. It's a miniature piece that you can use as an urn, something that you can use to carry around loved ones, especially if you're gonna, have some ashes. So I will be able to put some of them inside it, and I can always have my dad with me, and I can wear this around my neck. Want to also give a shout out to the Hill twins. During the time my dad passed, they were there, and they ended up, we all went out for dinner, and it was pretty cool. Thank you for watching, and let's begin. All right, guys, so you guys can see we are rolling. I am taking first. It's very good because normally Katie ends up winning the dice roll, but this time I got it. So as we're prepping, I also want to again thank you all for all the sincere wishes that you guys have given to me, and just I'm very happy that the community has pulled through and has reached out to me, and it's something special. You guys already know I went through a rough time, so I'm still going through the phase. I still have to take care of quite a few things for my dad, but we're getting towards the end. But as you guys can see, right now, we're getting everything prepped up. Starting first is a huge advantage, especially for me, because Broly is powerful. It's extremely strong. It's one of the big three in the format. Golden Frieza doesn't exist. He's just very good depending on how you use him, but it's more skill intensive as opposed to dropping big threats. So now I'm deciding on my energy. Unfortunately, I drew a little too good, so it's going to be a little hard charge, as you guys can see. And once we get there, the game is going to start going. That's always important. Everyone that's watching, make sure that you take your time during your charge step, because that's one of the most important parts of the game. If you charge something too premature, you can face some serious consequences. And that's something that I personally want to avoid when playing. I always take my time. I'll take 30 seconds, as you can see. As if I really need it, I'll take it. But here we go. We charge a death ball. For all you guys and girls that don't know what that does, when I use that extra card during active battle, I can pop a rested card if it's my turn. Now, you guys already saw I played Frieza, the little drop. He can get a Frieza army card. That super combo is a Dodoria. It's a proxy. There will be a few proxies, so I will let you guys know as the game progresses. I'm using Frieza's effect. Put one of my Frieza army cards into the drop area. In that case, I can restand an energy and draw a card. That's Golden Frieza's top-notch effect. It allows you to go +1 if you hit. And I have so many targets in this deck. I believe I have like 28 targets, somewhere along those lines. So it's almost impossible for me to miss. But you guys are going to see soon enough that Katie will be starting her turn. Unfortunately, I wanted to make another play there, but I don't want to overextend on some of the cards, considering that Katie has some main board answers to my deck, especially like Whis if she starts off that route, and it could be really problematic. So right now, Katie's using Broly's effect, the 1 time per game, and she's searching for one of her pieces. She can search for a 1-drop Paragus or a 1-drop Broly. Those are the 2 top-notch targets to select. So she's going with the Broly. This will allow her to start getting her game pieces all together and start getting into that chain. And once she's in that chain, it's going to be very difficult for me to play around. But fortunate, only my Patreons know this. You guys are seeing a different list. This is actually the list that my Patreons have currently. The list that I presented you at the last video with the Golden Frieza deck profile was the deck that I took to a recent shop championship. But this deck is much better than that deck. So right now, she's playing the Broly. She's choosing to take 2 life. Always pay attention to Broly's effect. You can take 1 or 2, but they're mandatory. So you got to be careful. Now she's attacking my Golden Frieza. Now, at this point, it's very good. Because I know she can't really extend her turns, I'm willing to take the damage. I want to start building a hand and see a lot of pieces quickly. So you're going to see me take life immediately. No hesitation, because we need to start going. You know, her deck goes off on turn 2. We need to make sure we start going off by then. You want to always keep up with your opponent. As you can see, I charged a Lemo, and that's a very good charge piece because unfortunately you really don't want those in your hand. They're not that bad in hand, but they're better in your deck because the way I designed my build, I'm able to search for them effectively either via Frieza's Call or via my Chillai. So right now we're getting ready on deciphering what we're going to be doing for the turn. So just bear with me. Again, I like to take my time on certain plays, especially when I haven't been using this deck frequently. This is a deck that I've been using here and there. So right now we're going with the Frieza Call play. If you guys don't know, I can search my deck for a Frieza Army card, 2 or less, and put it into play in rest position. So right now we're going to be selecting a nice card to start fueling the game. And we're going for a nice awakening piece. Similar to what I said earlier, you want to keep up with Broly. Since Broly is very explosive, you need to start making some heavy plays. So that little Frieza's effect, I can take a life and add it to my hand. It's optional, so don't forget that. You always have the choice on taking a life if you want to. But in this case, I definitely wanted to do so. Now, remember, I can always use Golden Frieza's effect and move them right into the drop area and restand an energy. So that's very good because it allows me to get some more bang for my buck. So now we're deciphering on the play we want to make. This is very crucial, so we have to be very careful. I'm using my ability, restood an energy, and draw my card. Golden Frieza is very good for hand power. Now we're playing a Chillai that her ability is you draw 1 card when she enters play, and I can pay 1 green and 1 generic to search my deck for a Frieza Army card, 2 or less green, and put it into play. But that's what you got to do. You got to make sure that your plays are effective and safe. So now Katie, she's charging a Battering Laser. So right now she has 1 yellow and 1 green. By the way, the card that's charged is the 1-drop Paragus, if you guys were wondering. That's her proxy for it. So we're going to get some really nice plays. Katie's going to start building her game plan, and we're going to see what she can do. So she's starting off with the 1-drop Paragus. That's the same one that's the proxy. If you guys don't know that ability, he can, once per turn, pop one of your guys, in that case, draw a card, and then you get the effects of KOing. So she's KOing her Broly. She draws a card due to Paragus ability, and now Broly's ability kicks in. She takes 2 life instead of 1. You could choose 1 or 2. And now she can put in play a 4-drop. That's going up the chain. So if anyone is new to this channel and new to this game, This deck works in that fashion. You start building your Broly, getting stronger and stronger as you go along in each chain. Every time you KO him, he gets bigger and bigger until the final piece is the secret rare. So Katie's taking some time because she wants to make sure she plays effectively. Now she's playing a Whis. So guys, one thing you want to pay attention to is that Katie is maximizing her Broly's, her leader. Her leader on the Awakened side has a limitation of only controlling up to 2 battle cards. So as of now, she can have as many battle cards as she wants in play. So she's taking advantage of that by playing Whis. Whis is a direct counter to my Golden Frieza deck. If I choose to use Golden Frieza's effect, I will be screwed. So now she's choosing to Awaken. She draws a card and untaps an energy. So you got to be careful on how you play and approach this matchup because it can be devastating if your opponent ends up pretty much messing you up. So Katie's playing very well. She's just kind of timing it. So you're going to see her take some time on her turns because she wants to make sure she doesn't mess up. And that's something that I advise all players to do in this game. Take some time. Don't be rushed by your opponent. Of course, you don't want to stall and you don't want to delay the inevitable. If you know the game is coming to a closing, do so with respect so that, you don't look like you are trying to stall your opponent. But right now, she's deciphering on her play. And it looks like she's going to... Let's see what she's going to do. What's the play? She's now using Broly's effect. So she's using her leader's effect. She KO'd one of her battle cards to KO one of mine. She's trying to limit the use of my leader's ability because if she didn't KO it, I would have been able to get a free energy renewal and a draw. Of course, Whis is a problem, but if I have the answer for Whis, I could have broke out of that little lock that she has on me. It's very important to pay attention to that card. Now, as you guys can see, I charged another limo. It sucks. I kind of drew a little too many repeatedly. As you guys will see in this game, I do draw too many copies of certain cards, and that's what happens when you run a lot of 4-ofs. So it's consistent, but it also can be consistent in your hand. So guys, I am playing Kamehameha. This card is a nice set 2 card. It's old school. What it does is you can target one of your opponent's battle cards. If that card has an energy cost equal to or greater than the amount of energy they control, you can KO that battle card. So I'm targeting her Broly, her 4-drop Broly. Now this is a problem for her because I'm gonna force her to go into the chain. Now this is a strategy that I have been coming up with, and it's a special DBS God, teaching. You want to put your opponent in a bad spot where you force them to go up the chain when they don't want to. Katie was trying to play around because she knows that I run certain cards. She's played this deck before, and she knows what I'm trying to do. So right now, she went up to the 6-drop by ditching 2 cards from hand. But now you guys are going to see what's going to be the follow-up play, and it's going to be pretty gruesome, because I have multiple ways of KOing battle cards in this Frieza build. Again, if you guys are interested, definitely join the Patreon. You won't be disappointed. So she is now forced to go up the chain again. I'm already forcing her up to the 8-drop, which some of you guys may be like, whoa, Anthony, what are you doing? No, you're gonna help her get to the secret rare. Well, unfortunately, based on my hand, she won't get to that secret rare, even if she had the play. And she will lose a lot of cards in hand, which will allow me to take advantage for this turn. So I KO the 6-drop, and she does not go for the chain. She just couldn't afford it, or maybe she didn't have the cards in hand. I don't know, but she already knows the strategy I'm going with. So again, when you play against your loved ones or friends, family, etc., you get to kind of pick up on their play patterns, and she already knows what I was up to. You guys I'll keep that under wraps, but you guys will see some pretty awesome plays this game. So now it's her turn. I don't do much for my turn. She did the right thing by KOing one of my Frieza Army cards, because I could have used my Chili as a means to restand another green energy and continue some plays. But, You know, Katie's restricting me. Now, look at this. She got double Whis out. Now, guys, again, if you're not familiar with this card, when it comes into play, you draw a card. And during your opponent's turn, if they activate any cards to restand any of their energy, you can select one and discard it. And since she has two, she would be able to select two of my energy and discard it, which would pretty much say GG's for me. I would be pretty much packing up my shit and going home at that point. Oh, wait, I'm already home. So right now, we are just waiting and seeing what she's going to do. At this moment in time, Katie is just trying to lock my plays up. Now, it's my turn. I charge a nice yellow card, which that's actually an answer. The card I charge would allow me to rest one of her Whis, but it's not the most effective play. So now I'm dropping Android 13, guys and girls. Android 13. You did not see that in my deck profile. This was something I discussed with Kobe Garish, and I just made sure to develop this deck furthermore, make it even more of a powerhouse. So Katie, for her turn, she charged another bad ring. I don't think that's really good. She charged two bad rings, so I'm not too sure on her ratios, but bad ring gone means a better game for me, since bad ring is a hard counter to a lot of negates, especially when you're playing Golden Frieza and you're holding for dear life behind a nice flying Nimbus. So now Katie is deciphering what to do. She sees the Android 13 in play. If you guys don't know what he does, first of all, he's 2 green, 1 generic. His ability is active main. I could pay 2 energy and I could pop one of her battle cards. In that case, she discards a card. But she just activated her field card. You guys already all know what this does. She can KO one of her battle cards, draw a card, and proceed to do what she needs to do in the game. It's just a way to KO your own battle cards. So right now at this point, the best play she could do is she's reading it. And mind you, Android 13 has critical. She should use her Broly's effect and KO one of her Whis to KO my Android 13. There's no need on leaving Android 13 in play, because then on my turn I could KO both of them, since Android 13's effect is not a once per turn. And she did the right play. Katie is playing very good in this game. She's trying to make sure that I do not take advantage of her in this matchup, especially when she knows she has the advantage with her cards being stronger. That's why we have meta-defined cards. So now it's my turn. I'm immediately getting ready to deciphering what I'm going to do. And we are going to see exactly what I charge. I charge a Chilai, the Beautiful. That's the card that the feature rare from the previous set. Now I'm shifting through my cards, deciphering what's the best play. I'm at 5 life. It would be great for me to awaken if possible. Right now, I'm playing my Frieza. This is the Frieza that when it comes into play, you could target one of your opponent's battle cards with 2 or less, ignoring barrier, and put them in rest position. So I'm pointing straight at Wiz Khalifa, and we're gonna try to get some plays in. I want to, get out of this lock that she has me in. So I'm attacking with my Frieza. I'm being slick right now. I'm trying to get some value, but she knows what I'm doing. She lets it go. Unfortunately, if she would have defended, she would have had to defend my leader and potentially defend a bunch of other attacks that I could have done that turn. And trust me, I had a lot of options. So now I'm using my Frieza's Call, and I will awaken. Yep, right off the rip, we're gonna start this game strong. Now, you guys can't really see, unfortunately, my hand size, but I can tell you guys from the looks of it, at this point, I should have close to 10 cards, if not more. So it's going to get crazy. It's going to get really insane because I have just so much going on. Now, right now, I do want to set up and start controlling the game. So you guys are going to see that I'm going to start putting some pressure on her. This is the right time to exploit the situation. So if I have that nice one-drop Chilai, which I do, I will be drawing a card. And since she has no response, I'm going to start using Chilai's ability. Chilai will allow me to search my deck, and the perfect target will be that guy that you see in the energy area. I'm going to go for Limo. Limo will allow me to start discarding cards from her hand, because if I control a Chilai card, when they come into play, I get to chuck a card from her hand. Not only that, but he's a 15k beater, so she has to deal with it. Well, waste shocking death balls on it, because we all know what Broly plays. Broly is a powerhouse, and they do have a lot of counters. Like I said, that deck naturally counters my Golden Frieza deck, so I had to design my Golden Frieza deck in such a way so that it can also counter Broly in other decks. So at this point, I'm KOing my Frieza. He did his job, getting rid of Whis. I restand an energy, draw a card. Now I'm awakening. I'm going to draw 2 more cards. My hand size, guys, I kid you not, is like probably close to 15 at this point because I'm cycling through too many cards. Now I'm popping, and I'm going to restand 2 energy this time and draw a card. Like, it's just insane. And that's without my leader's attack. That's without any more free effects of Chillai, which now Chillai's effect is going to kick in. I'm going to try searching for another Limo. And I should have another one in the deck. Every time I search my deck, make sure you all do this. You all check for targets that you know you're going to end up searching for in the future. So I already knew I had another one. I had 2 in my hand from my energy area and none in life. So that was the situation. So now she had to drop another one, and it's getting crazy. This is going to be a tough turn. She's going to need a shocking death ball, because if she doesn't have it, and she has it, good. Katie is getting ready to counter me. She got value and was able to pop me, so that was good on her part. And now I'm attacking with my leader, and I'm going to get some value. Hopefully I get a damage in, which I do. And that was a very successful turn. Now it's her turn, and let's see what she can do. And if you're wondering on my sequencing, guys, notice how I do things. I didn't like immediately attack with my first Limo, because she could have shocking and killed my Chillai, and I would have never been able to bring out another one. You have to know the matchup, and you have to play around certain cards. Unfortunately, there was no way of playing around the shocking death ball. However, I was still able to get a lot of value. I was able to get cards out of her hand and still put some pressure. Unfortunately, she was still able to kill my battle card, which, there's nothing I can do at that point. So I'm putting Katie in a bad spot. She still has a lot of potential and a lot of plays to do, but it's going to be rough. That's the name of the game. It's never easy when you're in this type of situation. So we are going to see exactly what she does, and we'll see if we can get this game in my favor soon. So now she's charging. She places a secret rare. All right, guys. So that 7-drop is a proxy for the secret rare. We owned it before, but we ended up shipping it out when the card was worth like 2 and change. So now she needs to really make a power play. Hopefully she plays that extra card to bring out the 6-drop Broly, because she needs some powerful plays at this point. If not, I'm going to get way ahead of her in this game. So I believe she's going for it. She's tapping the 2 green and 1 yellow. And yes, she's playing the Awaken power card. So what's going to happen is she's going to have to chuck one of her energies, but in response, she can go into her discard pile and grab a 6-drop Broly, up to a 6-drop Broly. And that's going to be powerful. She just went and skipped a lot of phases. So if she has the 8-drop, she's going to be able to do a lot of things. Now we'll be able to see and what she does. So now she's attacking with the 6-drop Broly, and she's about to put some pressure. And she is. She's right now using her super combo. She's hitting 35k double, which is going to be a big issue. I have to be very careful on what happens, and hopefully nothing goes too crazy. So right now she's just deciphering what she's gonna warp, and we're gonna see what else she does for this phase. So she just warped a 6-drop Broly, and let's see if she's gonna add. Oh, she's adding more combo power. Now, if you guys don't know, this little buggy gives a additional 5k to a BR Broly. So he's basically a free 10k since she's going to use it on the 6-drop. That's why she doesn't put any counters or anything. So that's just something to keep note of. And she is still deciding on her play. So we will see what's going to happen. Hopefully she plays, and yep, Sure enough, 45 double strike. That was a little too high, guys. I decided not to take that, you know. So, or put it this way, I decided to take that and not waste too many cards. She's KOing and going into the 8-drop. So this is a situation where I'm trying to prepare for what she's going to do. Now she's going at my leader. And we're going to see what happens. Now she draws a lot of cards. She just swung out with her leader. As you guys may know, sparking, if you meet the requirement, you can draw up to 6 cards. And now she's swinging out with the Broly. And she is hitting a lot of combo power now. Oh my lord. She hits 2 super combos. She really drew very well off the very well off the Broly's skill. So now she is 35, 45, 55, 65, 75. She's 75 double strike going in for game. Now I'm in a really bad spot because she's going hard. I'm actually contemplating. I'm like, wow, this hurts. So I just use a Dodoria. I use another super combo, and I'm like, oh, I'm gonna super my way out of this. You know, so now I'm 25, 35, 45. I have 45K showing. Death Ball gives the user 15K if it's Golden Frieza. So that's now 45, 55, 60. I have 60K showing. Now I just need 20 more K. 20 more K, and I'm going to safely guard out. So that's not too bad. We got another 5K going in. We got another 5. And we just need 2 more 5Ks, and we should be fine. 2 and 1 more 5K. There we go. We hit 80K. We survived safely. I'm not going to lie, guys. You guys will notice I ended up taking that hit, and I didn't need to take the hit. I could have guarded that 45, the previous 45 double K strike, but I didn't. My hand was nuts, and I was like, if she all-ins, I win. But it didn't go exactly according to plan, so you guys are going to keep seeing what happens. But I put myself in a really rough spot. So she ends her turn. It's my turn. I just survived a whopper of an attack. I'm going to end up charging a nice energy. I charge a Nimbus because I'm like, oh, this is game. I'm about to go in. There's no way she can do anything. This is my thought process. And I was sadly mistaken. So right now I'm deciphering how I want to do this. I feel like I want to exploit this by attacking probably with leader. If at this point I would probably want to attack with leader just in case she has a shocking death ball. I don't want to lose other threats on board. So we're about to see what happens. Now we just got to patiently wait and see. I'm deciphering the best way to play around this. I'm, trying to anticipate what she could have, but I'm like, all right, let's swing out. And sure enough, she flying Nimbuses me and ditches the yellow quickly. I don't have Battering in this deck, so she was able to safely negate me and restrict my plays. That's very unfortunate. She was able to safely just get around that, and it sucks for me. So now, because she Nimbused me, I have to figure out a way to get rid of that Broly. So I immediately play my Android 13, and I am going to use Android 13's effect and pop her Broly. And that's a pretty safe play. Now I'm using my lovely Frieza. He comes out for free if you KO, if one of your opponent's battle cards is KO'd. So I'm swinging out with the Frieza, and because of Nimbus ability, I won't be able to do anything else. Now I'm slick. I pop the Frieza to restand some energy because he was free. So I'm getting a lot of value really quickly, and I'm limiting the odds of her being able to do much plays to me. So it's a safe play on my part. where I was able to use that Frieza and make good use of them. My hand size at this point, I kid you not, guys and girls, is still high. I should be having around 8 to 9 cards in hand at this moment in time. So unfortunately, you can't see it, but as you can see, I'm plussing out hard, even despite what went on when I had a combo out of that doozy of an attack. As you can see, my deck is very low. I only have probably about 8 cards left in deck. I know I have less than 10 at this point. So now it's her turn, and this is a good game. It's a very strong game. I've been having to kill her Broly's. It's been pretty difficult, so we're going to see what she's going to do. She still has access to her Broly's attack, so it's always an option for her to, you know, really get value and get me good. So we're going to see what she does. At this point, she's trying to see what options she has left. And we're gonna see. We're gonna see what power play she'll make this time around. So she activates another awakening. This is ridiculous. So she's getting the 6-drop again. She's making use of reusing the same cards. So she's making sure that her plays are effective, and she's getting a lot of value for them. So it's very good on her part. Now she's attacking with her leader, and she's gonna recuperate majority of her hand. As you can see, she'll have 5 cards, so now she has 6. She just drew 5, and yeah, that's very good. I believe she made a slight error. I think she has 7 cards. When she put the 1 card out on the side, she forgot, so you're gonna end up seeing her put 1 card back, but it's okay. I told her as long as she puts the right card back, it's all good. You know, you don't want to rule shock your opponent, especially when it's an honest mistake. So at this point, she's getting ready for more plays. She ends up getting rid of my guy during the combo step, and I take the damage immediately. I take the damage because she's swinging out with a double, and I have to be careful. So now I'm going in for the Flying Nimbus. She doesn't have Battering, so I'm in good standing. She charged the Batterings. I believe she only runs 2, if not 3 tops. So I'm pretty safe at this point. And my hand is strong, so at this point, if she goes up to the 8-drop, I'm pretty sure I survive. But you guys and girls will see what she will do. But very good game nonetheless. It's very competitive. Notice how she keeps keeping that 1 yellow open. Unfortunate for me, I keep falling for the bait, because usually Broly decks don't run negates like that. You know, shocking death balls, I'm used to that, but not Nimbus. Katie definitely made some changes this match, and that's how she caught me off guard with especially those negates. So you guys will see, and it's gonna get real interesting. So right now she's just checking my discard pile. I guess she's deciphering if she wants to invest in any in leveling up, going through the chain. It's a very difficult situation, and she chooses not to. She ends her turn, and it's my move. At this point, I have 6 energy. That's pretty much enough at this, unless I have a really big play I'm going for. 6 energy is more than enough to work with. Honestly, at 5 energy, I'm pretty much good to go. But having that 6 energy is just always nice. It allows you to extend more plays. So now I'm going straight with the attack, and she immediately Nimbuses. So as you guys can see, I fell for the bait again, and it was my fault. I should have learned from the first attack. So this is, I won't say much of a play error, but again, you can always play sharper. So now I'm getting flustered. I'm thinking like, you know what, I'm about to attack with my Frieza. But I'm like, nah, let's regain composure and, you know, think of a good way to get rid of that 6-drop off the board. Because now she has a big threat, and we gotta, you know, be careful. We got to be very, very careful. So right now, I'm contemplating on the next play to do. Katie's at 2 life. I'm at 1 life, so I'm in the danger zone. She's also in the danger zone, but as long as I have single strikes, she'll be fine. So she'll just try to live on in this game. So right now, she's just going through stuff. I right now play my Chillai the Beautiful, and I'm attacking her. I'm like, nah, we're gonna get in some value. As you guys know, I'm planning on trying to kill it off. So I use my extra card. Unfortunately, Chile does not get the boost, but it gives my leader the boost. But since it's my turn, I can KO her battle card. So I'm doing that, and Chile's effect will kick in. She has 3 cards in hand, I believe, so she has to discard for Chile's effect. It's my turn, so I'm the one in charge of making sure that she discards first before. So if even she had the 8-drop, I can lock her from not playing the 8-drop, because she only had 3 cards, and the 8-drop requires you to ditch 2. So I'm not too sure what she dropped. I believe she just discarded the 8-drop, and I just prevented her from going into it, which is very, very good, because that would have hurt me in return if she could have just played the 8-drop immediately. Chile is very strong. The moment I KO the moment a card is KO'd, it becomes a big issue. So Chile put in that work. That's why I went with her as far as one of my play lines. So now I KO, I place one of my own Frieza Army cards in the drop area, I restand energy, draw, and now I'm playing Shenron. I'm going to really extend my turns, and I'm going to get more energy, draw more cards. At this point, my hand size is going up to probably close to 10. Like, my hand size just keeps getting bigger and bigger every turn, despite the threats that she's putting on board, which is one of the things that happened while we were playing. She made a lot of comments saying, how do you have so many cards in hand? Like, I feel like I'm not doing much. And instead of restanding energy, I play a super combo and play. So it's crazy. Like, I'm just making sure that she can't kill me, because I am at 1 life, and if she just swings out and like charges, swings out and draws a bunch of cards, I have to be careful. She doesn't have many cards left in deck. I believe she only has 6 left. So I wanted to make sure that I survive when she swings out. Now, this is a very peculiar situation because of this game state. She has to be careful, because obviously I have a super combo in place, so she's going to have to bait that super combo by dropping something small so she can just KO the super combo. She can use Broly's effect and just KO both of them. And that will effectively allow her to make some other plays, especially if she's going to try to push out for game. So this is just a really weird spot, because she has to be careful on how she approaches this situation, since me bringing back a Dodoria, as I said, that Beerus super combo is a Dodoria. It's just being used as a proxy. She has a few proxies. I have 1 proxy, which is that card. So at least you guys know what's going down. Unfortunately, the older cards did not have 10K printed on them. They only had 0, and it was the effect that gave them 10K. So it's just, you know, it's always cool to for Bandai to see this match. You know, if Bandai, you're watching, make sure you print another Frieza Army card. That's a super combo that has 10K already on it. So she brings out her Paragus. That's her proxy for it, the 1-drop. She KOs my super combo, and now she's drawing cards, and she's going to try to push my shit in. We're about to find out what she can do. If she's going to start comboing heavy, or if she's going to try to play something. So, of course, right before I let her know I'm playing my Frieza, I wanted her to be aware of that. And now she combos. So she's 25, 35, 45. She's 45K. She dumps her entire hand except for 1 card. I tell her, you know, that it's light, and she scoops. She sees another super combo. I already have the combo power in play, but I wasn't going to chuck them away. I'm showing her the other cards I was going to guard myself with. So that's a wrap.